Hey, welcome my friends. Dave, I am back. You're back. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Yes, I'm back. Sorry I wasn't around last week or all summer for that matter. Good to be with you today. Doing all originals today, and I've got a set list set up, so I know that my little graphic says request, but today I'm still sticking with a set list of stuff that I've picked out, taking way back. Excited to share that with you. Hey, welcome, Dave. So good to see you, man. Good to see everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. This is show number 639 of the Acoustic World Service, and yes, today's going to be all originals. Yes, that was a decision that I made during the summer. I felt like playing originals is my favorite thing, so I think I'm going to do that at least for a while. Maybe there'll be some special occasions, or who knows what will happen in the future. For sure, I'm going to still playing with you, but for now, all of my originals. And yes, I have a set list today, kind of digging back in my catalog and kind of rediscovering things, playing things maybe a little differently, a little slower sometimes, and just kind of enjoying digging into my catalog. So, hey, thanks for being here. Let me go ahead and get started. You guys are doing well. Happy fall to you. Yes, it is now autumn. It is no longer summer. It is heartbreaking. Hey, we are here. Bill, hola, Bill. Good to see you. Hey, thank you, man. Oh, great to see you here, Bill. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that very, very much. All right, I'm going to do Santa Barbara Morning, which I've played many times. I've been taking it a little slower recently and no backbeat. Overall, I feel like I'm dropping the backbeat in some tunes. Just kind of bring out the melody and the chords a little bit more. I find the backbeat can be a little distracting when I listen to it on recording. So yeah, some tunes I'm kind of dropping the backbeat on this. So this is one of those. Santa Barbara Morning, and happy Wednesday to y'all. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Linda, howdy. Linda, good to see you. Hey there, dear cuz. Heather, welcome. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. All right, that was, of course, Santa Barbara Morning. And yes, today's all originals, and I've got a little set list planned. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. You're doing well. I realize as I start this that, so you know I've been playing bluegrass, as I mentioned a few times. I've been playing a lot of bluegrass this summer, a lot of pick style, and I got myself a mandolin, so I've been learning that too. Anyway, I was at a jam, and there was only 5 of us there, and I showed up, and I had my mandolin with me, and the guy who was playing mandolin switched to bass, and after upright bass, and after a couple songs, I said, well, maybe 8 songs or something, I kind of felt bad for taking his place. So I thought, hey, you know what? Why don't I just take over on bass for a little bit? I used to play bass. I still own a bass. And I was like, well, how hard can acoustic bass be when I played electric bass? Upright bass is really, really, really hard. And I played 10 minutes, and I don't know if you even want to see this, but see that dot on my finger? That there is a blister that I got after 10 minutes of playing an acoustic bass. It hurt like crazy. It's so hard to get a sound out of that big thing. So anyone who plays acoustic bass, much respect to you. I would have to practice for like a year just to get my fingers strong enough and tough enough to do it. So anyway, I'm thinking about that today. It feels a little funny. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it feels kind of funny. Anyway, acoustic bass. Much respect to all of y'all. Dave, Mr. McLean, good to see you, man. Robbie, what's up? You go see me in concert. Come to Toronto. Hey, Robbie, I'd love that. I have played in Toronto. It's been quite a while. It's been probably 7 years or something. I'll be back, Robbie. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate that very much. Upright bass implies existence of shady bass. There was a rim shot. Linda, you're hilarious as ever. Shady bass. I think I can cover shady bass and not upright bass. Hey, Kathy, happy Wednesday. Mr. Sanford, welcome, David. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah, the funny thing, like, it was literally 10 minutes. It was like 2.5 songs, and I could feel my finger getting really hot because the strings are so big. They are so big. Like the low E is almost as thick as like my pinky. The string and especially when you're playing all acoustic, you need to get sound out of it. So I'm just like, pulling this thing like crazy to try to get sound out of it. And yeah, I felt my finger getting really hot, and I looked down and I was like, oh man, look at that. So, Gary, welcome, Gary. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. I actually did get a ukulele bass, which is about this big. I'll have to bring that out sometime and show you too. And that's very easy to play. It's tiny. So I can play that, but the actual upright bass, I'm going to leave that to the professionals. All right. We do How Can We Not? This is one that from let's see, 2 albums ago, I guess, and you've heard this many times, but this is one of those I ended up playing a lot this summer. Just kind of chilling out. This is a good chilling out tune for me. So How Can We Not? All right, and thanks again for being here. So good to see so many of you today. All right, here we go. How Can We Not? can we not? All right, going back a couple albums there. And welcome everyone else tuning in. Very much appreciate that. Welcome, Alex. You got diagnosed with stage 3 Lyme. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Alex. Wow, thank you for sharing that. But man, that's terrible. Oh, I'm sure you've been very sick. Oof. Oh man, hey, thank you for tuning in, Alex. Good luck to you. Oh man, I hope you're on the upswing. That sounds really awful. Man, thank you for sharing that, Alex. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you feel well enough to tune in anyway, but that is no picnic, I know. I appreciate that, Alex. Bill, hello to the YouTube crowd. Yes. Keith, good to see you, Keith. Bill, Heather is saying hello from YouTube if you can't see her. No request today, Keith. Yeah, I do have Safe and Sound on the list though. That was a request of yours from last week. Yeah, I've got a playlist. I think for at least the next little while, I'm planning playlists. I kind of want to think about the songs I most want to play as I've been gone through all of my stuff, songs that I want to play, some songs I'm playing different, and I want to kind of practice them for you. Also, so no request today, Keith, but thank you for asking. And I am going to play Safe and Sound in a couple. Does Finger Owie prevent playing Annie the Beasties? Definitely. There's some of the Beasties that kind of hurt. But I'm going to end with a semi-beastie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Linda. Glad you like the slow waltz. You're very kind, Heather. How can we not love it? Too bad, Keith. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Once again. All right, so that was How Can We Not? That was one of those that floated around for a long time before finding home on an album, and it was a wedding tune, actually. Alex, 3 years of misdiagnosed. 3 years, man. 3 years, man. Alex, that sounds terrible. Okay, the upswing to control it. Okay. All right, good luck with that. I'm glad there's an upswing, but that sounds like a lot to deal with, man. Good luck to you, Alex. Yeah, sending you all the best. All right, keep us posted, please. Linda, send me beast, definitely. Oh, did I read your mind, Keith? Excellent. Yes, I remember you mentioned it last week, and I thought, well, I should do that. I like that song. So, all right, let me do 2 Weeks of Tico. So this is one that I had written. I remember when I first had the idea for this was when our furnace went out, which I think was, when was that? It was right before the pandemic, so it was 2020 actually. Our furnace went out, and we had to stay in a place a few blocks from here. And I woke up in the morning and had this little line in my head. Like that. I just had that in my head, and it took a while for me to kind of finish the song. But then when I finished, I realized it reminded me of this trip to Costa Rica. It gets just generated kind of the same feelings as this kind of a multi-hued trip that I took to Costa Rica many moons ago. And I play this capo on the first fret, and it's the only song that I capo on the first fret. Every once in a while I do it for mill race, but not always. And this one I always do on the first fret. It just sounds the best to me, but it's a little hard because I look down at the frets and none of the chords are where they should be. So it's always a little tricky for that. Sure, Alex. Heather, your wedding anniversary is coming up soon. Yay! Wait, Heather, you forget the exact day? Hold on, Heather, you forget the exact day of your wedding anniversary? Are you serious? I guess I shouldn't knock it. I sometimes have to think about the day too. Yeah. Ours is the June 2nd. But anyway, congratulations, Heather. Keith, a friend of yours had Lyme, was misdiagnosed. Oh man, wow. I've heard such hard things about Lyme disease. So yeah, my heart goes out to anyone dealing with that. All right, so this is 2 Weeks at Tico. Any of you ever been to Costa Rica? Beautiful, beautiful country. And this was an interesting trip that I took. So here we go. 2 weeks at Tico. weeks, a Tico dedicated to Costa Rica. Kathy, so good to hear this again. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that very much. Heather, it was awesome, and it was 2007, so I can do the math. That was a while. That's a while, Heather. Getting married was a lot of work, but being married is a joy. Yay, Heather. Yay, that's awesome. Yes, definitely congratulations to you both, Heather. It's great. 2007, that's a while back, eh? 18 years? 17 years. Awesome. All right, I'm going to do, let's see. So you're trying to decide between these two tunes that I've got. You know what, I'm going to switch a bit. I'm going to do Safe and Sound now, actually. I know I usually do it at the end of the set, but I kind of feel like doing it now. The next one I have planned is a similar mood to that one, so I'm going to switch it around and do Safe and Sound for you now. This is going out to Keith and to all of you. Safe and Sound, the title of that album. Yeah, it's definitely a favorite of mine too. So this is Safe and Sound. Yeah. Linda, is a Tico always someone just visiting, or can it apply to a transplant? Hey, that's a great question. It can apply to a transplant. Yeah. Basically, if you're a foreigner in Costa Rica, you're a Tico. Yep. So it can definitely applies. Yeah. Alex, playability difficulty, DarylShawn. One couldn't compare to that chord arrangement. Thank you, Alex. You're very kind. Thank you. That one takes a lot of work. That one takes a lot of practice, I gotta say. Congratulations to Stephen Bennett winning Winfield. Hey, that's great. I know Stephen just a little bit. That's great. Glad that he won. Excellent. Oh, you have a couple of Tika pals that. Oh, excellent, Linda. Cool. Yes. It definitely applies. Cool. Yeah, some year maybe I'll get back to Winfield. Winfield, Kansas. It's a finger-picking champion. Well, it's a big music festival, but they have a fingerstyle championship there, and it's brutal because it's incredibly humid, incredibly hot in Kansas. You have no time. Basically, you have no time on stage to get used to it. You're shoved out on stage in the heat and humidity in this building open to the wind and the heat, and you've got 5 minutes to play perfectly. So anyone who wins that has my respect for sure. Safe and Sound. safe and sound. And it's definitely a personal favorite of mine. I like how that one turned out. It's got a number of challenges in there, and I wish I had a better fingernail. That the fastest part there doesn't come out very well without a good middle fingernail, and that's kind of compromised right now. But these are the little things. Fun to play anyway. Hello, Gary. First time you're here. Hey, thank you so much. Sounds great. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Do I teach? I'm actually not teaching these days, Gary. I'm always happy to drop to help with any hints or answer any questions. Feel free to reach out to me, Gary. But actually not teaching right now. Just focusing on composing and playing in various projects. But always feel free to drop me a line if you have any specific questions, Gary. Want me to explain anything or give opinions on anything? Feel free to reach out. Here, I'm gonna type in my email if you ever want to reach out. It applies to anyone if you ever want to reach out. Please do. Here's my email. DarylShawn@gmail. Couldn't be easier. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, so that was Safe and Sound, of course. All right, I'm going to do now a We Heat Seekers. So this is one that I actually didn't play too often. I actually don't play that often. It's just kind of a subtle tune. The mood is, it's a certain vibe, a certain mood. So live, I don't often play this. But a setting like this, I feel like I can play this one, and having a lot of fun with this. This has a lot of improvisation. The whole beginning is very open. The end too, there's a guitar solo that's all guitar solo guitar. It's kind of a single note section that's improvised also, so it's a lot of fun for me. This is called We Heat Seekers. And it's really about the need for human companionship. That's a mouthful there, and very much inspired by African music. There we go. Heather, the song you learned this week is "I Need You" from Help. Hey, that's awesome. That's a great tune. Good on you, Heather. Good. I hope you are enjoying that as much as I would. Awesome. That's great. Good for you, Heather. Love your continuing journey on guitar. Here we go. This is We Heat Seekers. called We Heat Seekers. Must be Bud Cats. Nice, Linda. Oh, glad you like this one, Heather. Thank you. Lorraine, hey, good to see you, Lorraine. Welcome. Hey, happy Wednesday to you. Another LMAC. Yay. LMAC's in effect. Love it. Thank you, Lorraine. Glad you find it pretty and peaceful. Thank you. You never have too many LMACs. True. Never been an LMAC you didn't like. Me either. Me either. How about that, Heather? Very nice. Welcome, LMACs of the world. All right. So I got a few more for you. Let's see. I think I've got 3 more I want to play for you. One I'll end on a semi beastie, a half beastie. I will be with you next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday I'll be back with you. Again, more originals. I am working on some new stuff. But I also have the ones that I was starting to play last spring, and those I've been refining over the summer. So some of those are really starting to take real shape and evolve a bit. So there will be some new stuff soon. For now, I'm really enjoying going back to my back catalog and just focusing on the old ones and practicing the ones and planning for you. There's several next time that I already know I want to play that I've been working on that are pretty different and I hardly ever play. So looking forward to that. This is a Stepping Stone Staircase. This is kind of a short little niblet of a tune that I always kind of liked, and I did release this as a single before I did it on an album. It's another one that kind of stood on its own a little bit. This is called Stepping Stone Staircase. Too bad Linda McCartney can never have joined us. I know. Too bad. Red Pony Boy, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. It sounded Christopher Parkening-ish. Wow, thank you. That's a very high compliment. Red Pony Boy. Christopher Parkening is amazing. Very much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. If you haven't seen me before, I do this every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And for now, at least, I'm focusing on all my original music. Awesome, Lorraine. One of your favorites. Excellent. Hope you enjoy this one, Lorraine and everyone else. This is called Stepping Stone Staircase. And yes, I think I'll do this. Still at the 2nd fret. Here we go. Stepping Stone Staircase. Stepping Stone Staircase going out to you. All right. Again, yeah, one of those kind of older ones that eventually found its way onto an album. Hey, Laura, welcome. Everything sounds so nice. Oh, I'm glad you got to catch me live too, Laura. Yes. Yeah, and right now I actually don't have any live gigs, any solo gigs planned. I've got a couple band ones coming up, but nothing solo. Rebecca, hey, welcome, Rebecca. Good to see you. I'm very well. Yeah, I spent the whole summer in West Virginia, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And now I'm good. I'm just kind of getting back used to city life again and getting back into the swing of this again. So appreciate that, Rebecca. Hope you've been doing well too. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that very much. Thanks for all the OMAX. Very much appreciated. All right, so I'm going to do, I'm going to stay at the second fret. So this is called All Is Forgiven. And at the moment, this is my most popular tune on Spotify, which I like. This is a very deeply personal song to me. So it's called All Is Forgiven, and that's both like a wish for forgiveness, like a hope for forgiveness, and to be able to forgive someone else. And it came from a very real place. So it means a lot to me, and it's been nice that it's got the people have been listening to it. It's really nice to have that. And I hope that's communicated in the song. Some sense of forgiveness is communicated in the song. It's one of my favorites. And another one of those that I don't often play at live solo shows because it is pretty subtle. Thanks for all the fruit, Linda. Lorraine. Linda says Lorraine's gonna make you hungry. Nice. You appreciate. Looks like a jackpot there, Lorraine. So this is called All Is Forgiven. I have one more after this, which is a big strummy one. So thanks for tuning in. I'll mess with my tip jar here just in case you're feeling tipsy. Here we go. This is All Is Forgiven. Well, it shows that real songs project real meaning, even if that meaning isn't revealed. Thank you, Linda. That's a really nice thought, actually. Here we go. This is All Is Forgiven. definitely one of my favorites I've ever written. I think. Wind Chime for a Peaceful Heart. Oh, that's really sweet, Lorraine. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you very much. I realized as I was playing that there's a chord in there that I play with my thumb, and like you're not really supposed to use your thumb. Like traditional classical technique, anyway, would say you shouldn't use your thumb. And I realized this is one chord that I don't think you could play without your thumb. I don't know if anyone else could think of a way to do it, but it's this one here where I have that and I need the G open. So I have all those fingers occupied, but then I need to hit this bottom note also. I'm not sure how I could do that otherwise without my thumb. Anyway, random things you think of when you're practicing a song. I was realizing that I think a song I think I need that thumb for. Yeah, I think so. I think I need to do it. Anywho, that was All Is Forgiven. I got one more tune for you. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Really, really appreciate that. I will be back next Wednesday with some more originals. Really appreciate your coming back, especially after my summer away. Always play with your thumb here. Oh, do you, Heather? Oh, awesome. Cool. I didn't realize that, Heather. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. And thank you, Linda. Thanks, Red Pony Boy. Appreciate that. Whose rule is that? Yeah, it's traditional classical technique. And I think a lot of guitar teachers would tell you not to use your thumb, to always find a way to use your finger, not your thumb, because you're not supporting your finger, your hands from the back with your thumb on the back. Yeah, you're not supposed to, but Hendrix did it. Best way to wrap around and grab that Louie, yeah. Tom Petty songs are impossible without the thumb. Really? Cool. I didn't know that. I haven't worked out that many Tom Petty songs. Thank you, Lorraine. Have a great evening there. Different rules for legit, seriously. All right, guys, one more song. This is Despertada por la Madrugada, a very old song. This goes back to my very first, is that right? First album, second album. So probably 12 years ago. More than that. No, more than 12 years ago. 15 years ago. What am I saying? 13, something like that. Jimi Hendrix used the thumb too. Yeah, Gary. Classic rock rules. There we go. Not classical, but classic. I go with that. Thanks, Gary. All right, this is called Despertada por la Madrugada. A strummy one to finish off on here. So much for being here. I'll be back next week. Last one for today. And Desperate Madrigals, yes. Rules are meant to be broken. I couldn't agree more, Lorraine. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Despertada por la Madrugada. Father Malaga. Hazy Days. I never sing here. I do some separate stuff where I sing. You're a singer-songwriter. Excellent. Great to have you, Hazy Days. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Heather. Strummy Man. Thank you, Strummy Cousin. Appreciate that. Red Pony Boy, setting up smoke for strength and protection for all who will be affected by the hurricane. Definitely. Thank you very much, Red Pony Boy. I'm definitely with you there. Yes. Wishing everyone in Florida or in the path of the hurricane all best to you there. All right. Thank you, Linda. Wonder what they've thought of this during the Renaissance. Not sure. I might be burned at the stake for the for that one chord I do. I don't know what they think of that chord. Yikes. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Gary. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good night there. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Great week there. Thank you, Linda. I know you like the Beasties. Thanks so much, everyone, once again. Have a great rest of the week. I'll be back here next Wednesday. Take care, y'all. Thanks so much. Cheers.